Me and Jeff playing a game to see if they're still there every time we come back to our cabin. Good morning, we arrived in Haugesund. Don't know again how you pronounce it, but we're gonna have a little wander around the deck. It's a lovely day. A little bit of a chill in here, but not much. And then we're gonna walk down to the dining room, have something to eat, get off and just do a little bit of exploring. I'm gonna take you up here and show you where we are. So we haven't got anything planned. We're going to pop to the tourist information, see what is available, and I think that's a good thing. We are fairly relaxed and quite easygoing and just go with the flow. We are going to grab some breakfast in the restaurant before we go. I'm going to take you so you can see what that looks like. That's lovely though.
I think I forgot all the lyrics now.
Tess!
Take me for photo then here, please.
It's alright, I'm recording you, Tess. It's all good.
Yeah? When my flag here, make sure that's flying. Come on.
So there we are. This is the beautiful ship and there's the Philippines flag. But look how massive she is. We booked our tour through Go Viking Adventure. There was a booth in the port just outside where the ship docked. It cost us £70 per person. You can obviously compare that to the price they charge on board, but then if you book it through the ship, you've obviously got the reliability of not getting left behind if anything should happen. Obviously, I do need to tell you that because if you do book your own tours, then there is a slight risk involved. However, we are the type of people that like to be back on board really, really early. So that is what we make sure is that we just allow ourselves enough time to get where we need to go. When you book it, they give you all the details of the meeting times and the meeting point. It was a short walk to get the boat, and then that took about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we arrived at the little island farm.
Everybody, first and foremost, I would like to welcome you all here in Avaldsnes. We're Norway's first and oldest seat of kings, with Germanic tribal kings reigning here for about 3,500 years before Harold Farah's time. Me, I'm Tim Trolltongue, chief and wizard of this farm. So first and foremost, before I take you to my farm, I would like to actually give you some practical info, which is quite quickly done. If anybody needs to use the restroom, that would be the closest building here with the grass on the roof.
The guides both on the boat and at the farm were very professional, well presented, really informative, and a little bit of fun as well. You could then have some time just to have a little wander around the farm and take everything in.
No, because he will be pissed. It doesn't fit his agenda, you know. Many agendas and political agendas take this culture to try and make it their own.
So we are at the Viking village. Absolutely amazing grounds. Listen to that. All you can hear is the water, the trees and the birds. It's beautiful. I think I could live on a Viking farm. I'm going to show you the rest of it now. Hang on a second. Yeah. So I don't actually remember them giving a specific time limit that we could stay here, but everyone kind of gathered back near the boat by the dock when everyone was ready to go home. I think we spent approximately about an hour to an hour and a half there. I had a little bit of a mishap where I stepped in some sheep's poo, so I had to walk down to the water's edge and just get that off my nice, clean, lovely, new, white little trainers. We met another lovely couple. He was from Wales, and when he said he was from a village that was close to us, turned out it was the same name, but it was miles away. But they were lovely, and it's always nice to meet anybody when you're on something like this. Everyone's really sociable and really friendly and always willing to have a lovely little chat and interact with you. And I think that's a lovely part about cruising, or any holiday really. This part of the farm wasn't actually open, but there was a little gap in the door, so I poked my phone through and this is what was inside. If you know me, you do know that I love a little bit of scenery. This was just the most serene, relaxing place. Obviously, aside from the fact that I did step in sheep's poo, and this is me clearing it off my shoes. You do have the choice on the way back whether you want to get off at the first stop, which is where you got on the boat, or whether you want to go to the digital museum for no extra cost because it's all included, and that's what we decided to do. We've had a lovely day. We've been to a Viking village. We're now walking across a very long bridge, which I'm going to turn around and show you. Here, all the way across to the ship, which is there. Well, just spent the last 5 minutes looking for my sunglasses, which are clipped to my bloody jacket. It's very windy. It's a very hilly, deceiving hill, but nearly there. And just to make you aware, if you are going to do this tour, it took us from the Digital Museum to walk back to the ship across the bridge about 15 to 20 minutes. And today we are booked into the Olive Grove to see what that is all about. The Olive Grove is one of the speciality restaurants on board. Some things are extra cost, but there were lots of things inclusive. And we had a lovely conservatory area seat. This is the restaurant. It did look like it was fairly quiet, but it was quite difficult to get a booking. So we were really lucky to get this one. The reason for that is probably because we're not the most organised of people. Lots of people managed to book it before they got on board because they are organised, but there were still some slots available when we were on board. And I have to say, the food was absolutely delicious. We had a lovely sharing platter and then some Caesar salad. I had tagliatelle for my main course, and then the desserts, we all had something different so we could all try each other's if we wanted to. If you are going on board, I would definitely recommend it. It was a lovely experience. However, book early. Well, I already left once and I thought Jeff had taken my card with him. Turns out he hadn't. I went all the way up to where he was, the front of the ship, watching the sail away. He left. I was getting ready, all the lights went off, I had to follow him because I didn't realise until like a minute or whatever it is, until it all goes off, that I didn't have it. Went up there, he didn't have it, so then I'm back in my cabin, finishing off, getting ready, and then I'm going to make my way up to sail away, which I will show you the gorgeous surroundings today. Absolutely stunning. In Haugesund, I think you pronounce it, because I heard the people talking on the tour that we were on. I'm going to take you up there because it's going to be amazing scenery, and then I will take you along to dinner in the dining room with me again. Honestly, you couldn't write it. So went back to the cabin to get my card, left the cabin, started making my way up here, realised I only had Jeff's with me, so I had to go back again to get my card. And I didn't make it in enough time to take the gorgeous view, but this is us leaving port. Apologies for the obstruction, but still gorgeous. And off to the dining room we go. So we are eating in Pearl. This is where we've eaten, I think, almost every evening. This is my lovely starters. This is the gorgeous main course. And of course, I am having a dessert. Tonight's show was Festival, and I have to say it was absolutely blinking brilliant. Had some luck on the bingo tonight.
The bingo? Roulette.
It's not bingo. It's not bingo. It was, what was it?
Roulette.
What?
Roulette.
It was roulette. Yeah. It makes up for the £10 that I spent on the slot machines, because I've never done them before. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. Lost all of my money. Jeff made it up, and now we're £3 whole up. Glasswatch day 6. They're still there. I keep forgetting to end my videos that later on in the cruise I get. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.